Are you, with your business, an IT provider or are you a data processor? Like, are you building software, selling software, offering a platform, do consulting and implementation projects for clients, all around IT ecosystem and software? Or do you get sensitive information of a corporate client, for example, and you work with it, you process it? You're a premium business partner, like you have a law firm, you're a tax consultant, you have a family office, you're investing for other people, you're on the data processor side. During the last years, we focused so much with all our cybersecurity work on the IT vendors, on everybody in this very easy to understand IT field. But now the whole thing is shifting a lot, and the data processors, everybody working with sensitive information of other people, of other businesses, is also so much in the spotlight. Not just of fraudsters mainly, a little less of the ones, the real hackers with the cyber attacks, but much of the fraudsters with all the AI-driven fraud attempts, trying to get in, trying to understand work processes, trying to get the interesting information for further attacks and fraud attempts. And you also have to fulfill the same standards in the meantime. Like a big corporate client will not just ask the IT vendors for minimum cybersecurity measures, they will also ask all their data processors, because no matter where the attack is going through, it will harm the whole supply chain. And this way we take care of the whole supply chain. You, when you have a small business, take care of all the people around you, all the business partners, all the stakeholders, and all together, this is really more a supply chain cooperation project. We all together make sure with cybersecurity measures, with anti-fraud measures, that nothing's coming in that we don't want to be in, and nothing's going out that we don't want to become public. This is how it works. You don't believe how many business leaders shy away when it's about building a solid cybersecurity strategy. And in my case, how I work, like with my entrepreneurial insights, and I have a holistic strategy I use for every client as well, like we not just cover the IT part and the IT ecosystem, we also cover everything that could be an attack or could be a successful fraud attempt against your company. So it includes all departments, everybody who might not just buy software will also work with different solutions, also when it's about websites, social media, when it's about like also personal accounts of key people in the company. So it's really possible within 6 to 12 months to set up a strategy that lasts longer and that also includes all the people and stakeholders, and we're building this human barrier and we're building this clear strategy. And what many leaders think is that's taking too much time, that's too expensive, like we don't need it. Oh yes, you need it. If you've seen the video around IT vendors and data processes and how I do vendor checks, you need it. It's much easier, because for example, when I check a company who has no clear cybersecurity strategy, who's not following any kind of established global framework, it's so much more time we have to invest, and they have to invest this time with every single client who's sending over a vendor check request. So they might sit down 30, 50, 90 times with different people talking about the same things, and because they're not following a standard, it's so hard to understand for everybody who's doing these checks. And we have to give a qualified review in this case. And how can I give a qualified review of somebody who's like totally chaotic doing bits and pieces in cybersecurity? Like, I have to invest the time, and this is annoying for me, for my clients, for their business partners who don't have a clear strategy, who might not have the documentation in place, and where we don't know what are they doing around cybersecurity, what are they doing around anti-fraud, are all their people trained, do all departments know? Like, if there's nothing, like, it's much more work on all sides to come to a qualified review and the conclusion if this business partner is a good one or a bad one when it comes to cybersecurity measures. So best thing, follow a standard. Doesn't mean that you have to implement and certify it on day one, but follow a standard, have an eye on the controls, on the requirements, on the questions, and then build up in time. Like, give it 6 to 12 months. Like, don't rush, don't do everything in 2-3 months. 6 to 12 months, so also your stakeholders and your people can understand, and you can build up something that lasts. And it's not that hard, and it's not that expensive. There's also a full slide deck regarding all these cybersecurity measures, requirements from different stakeholders, and what you can do for your business to jump on a higher cybersecurity level immediately. Just have a look at the link on my profile. Go to my course page, and there you can download the slide deck for free. And when you are like, oh, cybersecurity, it's not fun. Like, can we do something else? Yeah, we can do something else. Like, I've seen so many different things in this cyber world during the last 10 years. Like, we can either have like the cool trainings, the nice ones where we order food and, everybody can ask questions. We talk about like the latest crime stories, and that's much fun for many people. Or, and that's the other side, when you have a company where you have nothing really set up and you don't even have like the software that would show attacks on your ecosystem. So it's a total surprise, and then you end up in fixing calls overnight. Like, it's not that hackers follow office times, it's mostly things happening on weekends and overnight. And then you sit there and like people are like, oh my God, what's happening to the company? Will the company exist tomorrow? Do I still have a job? Like, how is this ending up? Do we have to pay a ransom? Will the insurance pay? Like, everybody's super stressed. Everybody's in a situation, unprepared, surprised, stressed, trying to fix, trying to like rescue what's possible. And from this perspective, I would say that everything that feels more like a nice meeting or a nice party and just an exchange of knowledge, if you like it like that, is much more fun than the bad surprises. I'm not gatekeeping here. The best practice mindset in this case for a good cybersecurity strategy, for a good anti-fraud strategy, and also to make your stakeholders happy is that you take so much care of your own business, you value your own business and your own work that much that you want to protect your own data, your own digital assets, your own reputation, your bank accounts, all the information you have for the interesting and sensitive part of your business in your own interest. Like, it's much easier, like the clients who tell me, I do this whole thing for reputation, they are the best because they know why they do it, why they also sometimes have to come over their own frustration with cybersecurity when things take longer or implementation or data migration takes longer, but they know they do it to protect their business and their reputation in the market, and they feel it, different to the ones who have been forced by corporate client to set up a higher cybersecurity level. They sometimes forget that it's also in their own interest. So the best practice mindset is do it for yourself, for your own business, to protect your business and keep it growing and keep it going. I just commented on the post of another CISO on LinkedIn, and I said sometimes vendor checks for me are like my reality TV because you never know what's coming back. It's so important that you do not just during purchase processes, but an annual review of your business partners, everybody who's selling you IT solutions and everybody who's processing your business data. And during this process, you will see who really has their things together, like who manages their cybersecurity measures and their anti-fraud campaigns on a daily basis. And then you will see there are some who have a total operational chaos around that. And there are also some who just do some kind of gig work, like they don't care about cybersecurity like most times of the year. And then there's maybe a recertification coming up, and like 2-3 months they just put everything in, they get all the consultants in, they pay a lot of money just to get recertified. But that means that the other 9 months a year, like this company and the people might not be up to date and might not be so aware of what's going on in the world of cybersecurity and fraud. So what you definitely want to do is, no matter if you are certified with your own company yet or if you want to go there, that you go a bit more deeper into real reviews and checks, and not just believe the sales presentations and not just trust the support hotline, because in the worst case that will help you nothing. Like, you need clear communication, direct contact, and you also need some insights like how your business partners work so you can manage this whole supply chain thing, not just for your clients who want the compliance part, who want reporting, but also in your own interest, that like if there's something going on, if there's any problem around IT or data processing, I know who to call and I can help myself immediately. Or I also know I have to hire some additional external experts, IT forensics experts, cybersecurity consultants, and so on, to make this whole thing work 12 months a year. And when somebody's checking your business because you're an IT vendor or data processor, make sure that you answer those questions honestly. Like, there's always a way to negotiate and to talk, and no business is perfect. Everybody has their gaps now and then and is working on things, and some data migration and new software projects going on. But if you don't talk about it, that will end up in a total blow up in the worst case, because then you hurt the whole supply chain. So be honest, even when there's still some things going on or some security gaps in your own systems.